Alright, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Wesel. We back with another episode of Wesel Reactions, baby. What's up, y'all? Today we got another video by my boy Cooley from the No Fugazi podcast. I've been watching Cooley, but I just took an interest in these topics. I just took a sudden interest in these specific topics, and it's crazy that watching these videos, I just been noticing like he's just been getting into it with a lot of females, me having to kick him off. So this is another video where some women coming on here being disruptive and ignorant, and they get into it and you had to kick her off. But let's get into it, y'all.
I mentioned something earlier, and none of the black women in this room spoke up about it.
Okay.
But I talked about how none of our black women, support our black men when it comes to mental health, and I just feel like there's something that need to be talked about, cause, yeah.
Okay, so
I just want to know everybody's perspective, especially since it's black women in this room right now.
I mean, I thought I already said that
let's start with you.
earlier.
I think it's very important. Our men need us mentally for a lot of things. That's why they carry the behaviors they have, and it's a lot of narcissism. That's what I'll call it. In a lot of our black men, we could say that came from.
And the black men or the black women?
It's a mixture of both, honestly.
Okay.
But honestly, for my dating wise, I've been dating a lot of narcissistic, abusive black men. So I'm really speaking from experience for me. It's a lot of hurt men, abused, traumatized by black women, not just men, just black women. They're spiteful and evil, and they're hurtful too. They do stuff to our men, and that's why their mental is a little messed up, even if not childhood wounds. Trauma, it's part of their mental, and some things they need us to be there for them, to listen, sometimes to hold them, to be vulnerable. We don't make them feel safe to be vulnerable.
But she said, why we don't do it, so who do it? The white lady?
Yup.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying in general.
And I'm not going
Yo
to say
said,
the
yeah.
white lady.
And it's crazy because I haven't really heard that dude speak too much. I think this is the third video that I have reacted to, because I watch Cooley videos, but I ain't never really react to him. It's the third video from the No Fugazi podcast that I reacted to, and he was on all three. And this is by far the first video where he done spoke up this fast. So that let me know that he really fuck with snow bunnies, and this man laughing too. So that means he know, Cooley know. This nigga like, oh man, she asked the wrong nigga, bro. She asked the wrong nigga that question, bro. But I would say this, because it's the second video. He spoke up last video, but it was like at the end. Bro, what? And then the way he asked, because he wasn't even confrontational when he was speaking in the last video. He was speaking from like a neutral standpoint, unbiased. You know what I mean? He was just like, giving his opinions and speaking his facts. This one, you look at him, he all up in it, man. No, yep, yeah, yes, the white bitches, yes. Fuck is you talk about? Cause y'all left us. What?
I'm not gonna say
Since
only
we
the white
we
women.
don't
I'm not
want
gonna
white
say.
lady
Hold
do
on.
it.
I don't want to
What
say
y'all
black
talking
women
about?
don't do it, because I would never just say that. There is black women that stand behind their black men.
Two black kings.
Y'all talking about
I say
mothers.
right now. What
You-
y'all
you-
talking
you-
about?
you'll-
That's
you'll
your
What
job.
y'all talking about? It
And
doesn't
then
matter
there's
if
the
it's a
black
black
women,
it's not
woman, no
mothers
matter
that
if
would do
it's
it,
the
but-
kid or her man.
Okay, good. You'll never, guess what? You said that you're raising two black kings. Guess what? You'll never be able to actually raise them into a king. You can never raise your
I don't
sons
even
into
call
a
them
man.
kings, but I'm definitely gonna
100%.
raise them into men.
You can't.
Definitely.
It's impossible.
You gonna raise them
Definitely
into
can
men
raise
that
them
women
into
don't
men.
like?
I honestly do
If y'all don't like
female.
y'all,
One
a woman
mic at a
can't
time
even
real
say
quick.
they
Go
don't like
ahead.
my sons right now. I got stand-up young men right now,
Hold on.
and they
No, no,
only
no.
12 and 11
Then you have,
right
you have
now.
boys.
Stand up, but they stand
Y'all
up right
stand up
now.
boys,
I
not
got young
men.
niggas with ski masks on doing all types of crazy stuff. Mines don't do that.
That's fine.
Mine don't do
You
that.
have stand up
I got
boys,
real
not
guys.
men, though.
But it's okay. I got real guys.
So
I got
Nope.
young boys that you see it from as a child. It,
Yeah.
it start from a child. Mine ain't starting from no child.
I got you. No
So I
one's
don't have that.
knocking you for.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I
So
Real quick. Let me just
Like what?
let's and save your train of thought. I'm sorry.
She said, like, what?
No one's knocking you for you being
what
a
you
single
talking
mother
about?
and taking care of your sons.
I didn't
finish.
say that, but when y'all say black women don't support black men's mental health,
That's a fact, though.
But
like, that's a known fact. And then we're not just talking about you as a black woman. We're talking about black women as a whole.
I don't categorize
general.
with y'all.
But in
I don't
regards,
Why wouldn't you?
with
You're a
y'all.
black woman, are you not?
And then it always be the most profound ghetto, the most, and of course I'm just judging, and I'm just stereotyping off of looks. It be the most ghetto looking, and talking, just most ratchet acting women that always say when you talking about the ignorant black woman, they'll be like, "Oh, not me. I not. No, you can't talk. No, I ain't with them. I ain't them bitches. I ain't women." So what is you then? Like, you's a mother, a dude? What is you? They always you like, you could be talking to your girl, telling her like how the bad habits women got as a whole, and she gonna be like, "I ain't women." Like, what is you then? I'm gonna say females. I ain't females. What is you, a guy? Like, what?
If we not talking about me personally, I don't
But you're
categorize
a black
y'all.
woman.
One, I make sure everybody,
don't
every
care.
black man around me is good.
I know,
No
but we're
black
talking
man
about black
around
women
me
in
can
general.
say
Okay,
they're
we got
not
that
good.
word.
We have
I mean, so every
conversations.
black
Same
man
way we were
around
talking
me
about
good.
white women
If
and
y'all
we were
don't
not.
We all
have
eat.
conversation with these black men, that's the problem. Have conversation. Have an open mind and listen to what's
I
going
just
on.
feel
If you
like-
ain't never go through what that man going through, you can't help that man no matter what y'all talking
my
about.
question was
No matter
why
what you
black
talking
women
about.
as a whole, not just Charlie in general, but by black women as a whole, don't support black men and
Answer
their
the
mental
question
health.
then. Because you black, so you got to answer the question.
She
you
can answer
saying
it
you
last.
black with no dad,
She
your
letting
mom ain't
everybody go
support your
around.
dad. It's a problem. So
I
what
never
was
said
the
my mom
problem?
didn't support my dad.
That's
I
why
said
he
I
wasn't
didn't have a
there.
father in
If
my
she
life.
was supporting, he would have
No, my
stayed with
dad's
y'all.
a bum,
If he was
actually.
supporting, he would have stayed with
No,
y'all.
my
Well, then he
dad's a
should have went
bum.
to the white lady, and so she could help his
He didn't
mental,
go
so
to a
he
white
could have
lady.
came
He's
back
a
and
bum.
did his job.
He went to a
as a
crackhead.
person.
Another
so now
black
we all messed
crackhead,
up.
to be
Nobody
exact.
can help
So
nobody.
he chose drugs. So that
He chose
that's-
drugs.
So
It had
nobody
nothing to
can
do
help
That's
with
the
him.
mental. That's
Yes,
just the
it
Nobody
is.
could help him.
So who
Not
helped
the
him with
black
his
lady,
mental?
not the white lady, not
My
the
dad
doctor,
has
not nobody could
he
help
has a
him.
problem,
Guess
and it's
what?
a generational problem. My mom did try to help my dad.
The last thing you're going to do is sit here and be black and try to say
My
black women
grandmother
don't
actually told
don't
me that I
stand
was
on
not my
business. You're
dad's
crazy.
kid, so it actually
You're
came from the
crazy.
root of like
Okay, so
home.
listen.
Crazy.
Had nothing to
Listen.
do with
They can
like,
kill a
his
black
calm
man
down.
right now,
Charlie.
and that
Ladies,
white lady ain't going
calm
to
down.
stand right there. We is.
My dad had nothing
They
to
can
do
do
with
whatever
it.
they
That's
want to do
fine.
to that black
I feel
man
like
right
black
now,
women do. It may
and
not
the
be
black
all.
lady
Yeah,
gonna
one mic
stand
at a
10
time.
I
toes.
don't
One
feel
mic at
like
a
the
time.
black
One mic
lady
at a
gonna
time.
stand right there
Nothing
and
y'all gonna be
all
able
the
to do
time.
about that.
Charlie,
That
yeah,
white lady,
I
not
got
that
you,
Chinese
Charlie.
lady,
More
not
black
that
men out
Indian
there.
lady. They
gonna
gonna
be
worry
some
about
black
their
women out
race
there.
and they
There's gonna be
kind
some white
and they
women
gonna
out
make
there
sure
too,
they
though.
cool.
Here's what's happening
So
here. I
y'all
don't-
not gonna do that.
I done seen I done seen solidarity marches for people that for black men that got slain by the police. I done seen white people out there, white women and black women out there. So I don't know, I can't say that.
Because I got black aunts, moms, cousins, grandmoms that stand on business. And that ain't just me. That's
Got
the
you.
whole,
Okay.
as a regular, as
Yeah, what
one.
you're doing
I'm pretty
is-
sure your mom don't play about you, and your mom don't fucking play about you either.
But
So
you're
let's
taking
stop.
a
Yeah,
general
Charlie,
It
what you're
doesn't
doing
matter
is
if we talking about
making it
kids.
You're speaking in
or
general.
men.
You're making it
Yeah,
personal.
Speaking in all.
You're taking it
Okay,
personal.
y'all knew I was. I'm speaking in
Y'all
all as
knew
a
I
term.
was.
Well,
Y'all
well,
ain't
well,
no way.
all, it's
way.
in general.
It's
No,
no
you're speaking
way.
specifically
No way.
about
I don't
things.
believe it. So it doesn't matter.
Okay,
So
well,
so
guess
every
what?
general
If there's a-
question
It
that
doesn't
you ask
matter.
is a
If it
It
was
personal-
like
doesn't
a-
even matter.
if it
I'm never
was-
putting a white lady over us.
Charlie.
Nah,
If you live in a Maryland zip code and have 0
she
DUIs in the
definitely-
last
he
5
gonna definitely
years,
end up putting
listen
her out.
carefully.
I'm
I was
calling
an
it
insurance
now.
agent for
He gonna
30
put her out.
years.
That's
And
the
what
one
I'm
he gonna
about
put
to
out
tell you,
right there. He gonna put
I
her
never
out
said
right
nothing about white
So
person,
it
did
doesn't
I?
matter.
Yo,
I just
he's
asked why
super
black
triggered right
women.
She
now.
always
never
talking about,
support
ain't
Chinese.
me.
She can be.
there. Remember, she was saying, "Ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't women. I ain't them. I ain't them." But exhibit the exact same behavior, bro. That's why he's sitting over there like, look at his face. He like, she was just over there talking about it ain't me. Look at her. Look at her ass. Look. Acting a
Anything.
damn
I'm not
fool.
putting them over
But why
us
are you this
ever.
trigger right now?
Because anytime you comparing us to another race,
I never
or why
compared
we
She
any
didn't,
of us to
though.
another
anything,
race.
ladies. What does it matter?
No, he made the white woman race.
I never said the white lady was going white women, white nothing. I said black women and black men. Okay, so why the white lady didn't support the white man?
She made it.
Why is the white lady not supporting the white man, but she's supporting the black man?
Ladies, that's it. Enough. One mic at a time, for real. Enough. One mic at a time, for real, because I'm gonna have to just start really shutting it down. One mic at a time. Y'all talking too much. One, Charlie, she's speaking in general. You took it personal, right? In regards,
she said, I'm sitting here and nobody
great. I'm speaking right now. You speaking while I'm speaking. Listen, y'all listen. You speaking, Charlie, listen. You speaking while I'm speaking.
And I spoke on it from
you
the rip.
speaking while I'm speaking.
She's speaking from a standpoint as if the other girl who she debating against isn't black. Like, what? What the fuck is she talking about?
What I'm saying is this. The reality is, statistically speaking, your sons being raised by you, the probability is extremely low that they will never become a man.
But
no woman can raise a son into a man.
But they will. That's like saying no man can raise a girl into a woman. But you gonna say that? But he can though, right?
He can.
He definitely can. I bet he can.
He definitely can.
And I bet my young boy's gonna be top tier, and there's nothing y'all gonna be able
to
do about it. My young boy's gonna be top tier, and that's in them right now.
So you agree with that?
I agree right now.
I agree.
I 100% agree.
All right. Ladies, this is good.
So
y'all
why are we nurturing this shit and we can't raise a man? We can't raise.
agree that
Why is it a nurturers and we can't raise the girl? We can't raise the girl. We can't raise the son. We can't help the man. We can't do.
No. I believe the woman can raise.
Like what the? That don't even make sense. We can't raise the kid. We can't raise the daughter. We can't raise the son. The man can raise the woman, the son, the daughter.
And nobody ever say the man can raise the daughter.
And the woman is not.
And that's crazy because men openly admit, even single fathers that got daughters openly admit that we cannot raise little girls, our daughters, into being women. So why is it so hard for single mothers to accept that they cannot raise their sons into men?
Capable to do shit.
Can you tell your daughter about her
pregnant, barefoot,
ladies. Listen. You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question because you're just talking too much. I'll let you get it out. I'll let you get it out, but now you're just talking too much. And you're asking questions where it seems like you truly need answers from because your worldview and your perspective is not in reality. So the truth is, statistically speaking, single mother households leads to degeneracy. Single mother households leads to juvenile delinquents. It leads to more men in prison. It leads to more women on stripper poles. It leads to all the degenerate behavior you see. It leads to gang violence and everything. Well, why are there gangs around? Because there's no fathers around. There were only mothers around. Fathers are the disciplinarians. Guess what? You know why? Because children just happen to listen to the father more than they listen to the mother. That's why. Also, when we're having this discussion,
and as a father of 7 kids myself, I gotta agree with that. Like, a lot of times the kid, like, I hear my wife and there arguing, and the kids, I know my youngest son is I think he's 5, about to be 6. And she'll be like, like little regular stuff, like, oh, Delonte, stop playing with your food, and he'll be like, no. You feel me? And listen, just to see how she handled it. Even our daughter, it'd be the same things. But she quick to deal with her and give her more consequences. She give our daughter more consequences than she give our son. Because if my daughter talk back, she'll end up saying, "Oh, I'm gonna smack you in my mouth," blah, blah, blah. But our sons, when they talk back, she just act like it's nothing she can do. Oh my God. Oh, I just can't. I don't know what to do with them. And then I step in like, they just hear my voice. Hey, go sit down. Y'all heard what she said, and then that's it. They straighten up, boy. They gone. They out. They don't even want me to say another word. You heard me, like, so I can agree with what he's saying.
And you keep looking at things very like, anecdotally and say that we're speaking specifically about like you or anything. No, she's asking these questions. And she's posing these questions in general, like why do black people in general, right? Then you start bringing other races in there. Let me finish, Charlie. Let me finish. Listen, Charlie, if you
can't do that.
Charlie, you keep cutting off, you gotta go. I'm gonna have to kick you off if you keep cutting off because I let you get it out, but now you are lacking decorum, right? So to explain things to you in more detail, one of the reasons why you can never raise your son into a man is because you are a woman. The only way a son can be, only way a boy can become a man is through a father. The other way is discovering it on his own. Yeah. Most of these men out here, that don't have any fathers, they're not.
And I ain't even gonna lie to you, that is so much facts. I keep stopping it, but I just want to say, I just want to let y'all know that us men is on the same page. Because before he said, and I haven't watched this video before he said, I think I know what he ready to say though. Because and it's crazy because if y'all don't believe it's all the men that was raised by single women, ask them how they became men. Ask them how they became a man. Because me personally, my peoples consider me as a man. I consider myself as a man. You feel me? The things that I do, like the way I protect my family, all that. You feel me? And I was raised by a single mother. You feel me? My father was there. He was in and out. But my father really wasn't, like, mentally there. You know what I'm saying? But, and I discovered being a man on my own. You feel what I'm saying? So if y'all ask the single guys out there or the single men how they became men, or, I mean, the men that was raised by single mothers, how they became men, I guarantee you they say
real men. The ones that are men that don't have any fathers are real men. They discovered it on their own. And guess what? Would you want your son to discover it on his own to become a man? It's a lot of ups and downs because he never had an example to learn from. A wise person learns from other people's mistakes. So the father is there to instill certain things into the son to let him know, like, hey, don't do this because I did those things before. I bumped my head. I don't want you to bump your head. Do you get what I'm saying? You haven't lived the male experience. You lived a female experience, which is much different. The female experience is much privilege. It's more privileged than a man's position. You can go out. You don't have to worry.
She talk about sex. I ain't trying to stop it no more, but she said I lived a very well male experience.
About protecting and really providing. If all came to all, you can just sell your vagina. From my standpoint, women ain't out here buying. You get what I mean? So guess what? We actually have to go out there and work. This chick is on a stripper pole. Can a nigga get on a stripper pole and make bread like that?
Yes,
no. Yes, no, you're speaking about the exception. I knew y'all was going to say that. The exception. And guess what? That exception of men that actually go on a stripper pole and dance, they don't even make a fraction of the money that strippers make. So that is a lie. Even the male strippers don't make that bread. They do not make more. That is a lie. One, there is
cap. And this is coming from a dancer.
Yeah, she
that's
knows.
cap.
Men make less.
I know, but I'm just saying that's cap. Maybe back like when you were dancing, but like now in today's age, like nah,
men
that's
make
cap.
less. You really think so? Listen, ladies, I'm just giving you some game because before y'all was just speaking nonsense.
Women are more free with their money when they're drinking and having a good time. It's
to be on the bullshit.
What's happening? No. That. What are you talking about? There's not a lot of
women
that
women
make money.
Listen, stripping, dancing,
what I'm saying is,
whatever they're doing.
Do you think? Yes,
they do.
So who do you think are the buyers of sexuality? Who do you think are the consumers of sexuality?
Women can have men and women comes to him.
Stop speaking, and listen. Think before you speak. Don't just respond. Think before you speak. Who do you think are the main consumers of sexuality, men or women? If there is men that consume sexuality, obviously the market for women to sell their sexuality is going to be much bigger than the market for men to sell their sexuality. So what I'm saying is facts. You don't have to work. You can sell pussy and still make it. You do never have to be a bum. Do you see homeless chicks on the street? No. If there's any homeless chick on the street, it's by choice. She don't got to be homeless. She got a pussy that she can sell. Ain't got dick to sell. It ain't working. So what I'm saying, the male experience is much different than a woman experience. You live life on freaking easy mode. You don't get it. You can't raise no son. It ain't happening. You don't understand the male experience. So you speaking like, well, yeah, I can raise my son into a boy. You're not raising your son into a boy. I'm trying to wake you up and give you the reality that you ain't. So the only thing you can hope for is maybe some nigga that you can bag as a stepfather to raise that for you. And if not, you better hope that God is with your son to raise that into a man. If not, he ain't being no man. He gonna be like all of these other whips that y'all chicks complain about. Sassy boys. Oh, these feminine. Oh, they're leading me on. They're selling me a dream. They're not being masculine and telling me the truth. He's gonna be like one of those niggas. The that y'all chicks complain about. What are you talking about? You raising a boy into a boy. He will never be a man.
I have to agree with him.
And I was about to say, I'm a female that
he changed her mind. Shorty in the middle, he changed her mind. She said, I'm gonna have to agree with him.
Grew up without a father, and like just saying based off
just butthurt. That's
I can definitely vouch for that.
I agree. I have a 5-year-old myself.
I agree.
A boy.
Sure, I agree.
Now y'all all agree. Okay.
I agree with you on the passion.
I have a vein pop out my head.
You can't tell me I ain't been through nothing. I've been through probably more than you as a grown man ever been through.
What are you talking about? I'm the nigga that I'm speaking about. I was raised without a father, and guess what? I had to discover manhood on my own.
Okay,
you don't know that.
For you to say
that,
you can choose to raid the caravan.
That's how you know,
or you can choose to
dumbass.
guard it.
She's stupid.
This
And women
is
be
a game
thinking
where
they be so
slaying monsters
smart
are not the only
sometimes
way to grow
and be
stronger.
saying
Heck, it's
like y'all
not
be
even
proving
the
them
main way.
nigga point one, trying to prove why y'all right. Trying to prove why y'all right, and explain. Instead of explaining why y'all right, y'all really be explaining that point more sometimes.
Stripper pole.
You ain't
had to do it on my
own.
own. That's a different reality.
So I know for a fact what I'm willing to what I'm able to do.
I am a top 1%er and came from Rawway Projects. Did it on my own. You are anecdotally speaking now. Since you wanted to speak anecdotally and talk about Cooley, you probably never been through what I've been through. Well, guess what? Maybe our experiences was different, but you could rely on your. I couldn't have to rely on.
Relied on my pussy.
I'm just saying you could
definitely
have.
Straight packs and straight outside. Definitely call my name right now and see what's under my belt though.
What?
I've never been a girl to sell no pussy. I've never been a girl that has
And that just goes back to
what make it seem like that I'm just a.
Right, you said what's under your belt. What's under your belt then? If you ain't selling pussy, then what's under your belt? Like. I don't get what she talking about.
A feminist, a female ass girl
Under your
that's
belt
crying at home all day, and that's all my young boys hear.
AKA
that's
the
not what they
people you
hear.
fuck. How many people
they
you
talk
fuck?
structure and a whole lot of different
Nobody
things.
ever said
So
that.
to say I'm not gonna be able to raise a man, that's crazy.
You can't.
I watched the whole my aunt do it. Her son is it.
No, if he became a man, he discovered it on his own.
By herself, she did it herself. And no man was there. She did it herself. She don't have a sassy son.
As a female,
She don't have a sassy
She don't even
son.
hear like
female,
they discovered on their own. She probably don't even understand what that means.
But you can't turn him into a man.
But you cannot raise a man. I do not know shit that it takes to be a man.
Right.
I don't know what it comes to have an ego as a man. So I can teach my son the best way I know as a with a man that I look at.
Okay, well, let's hear her perspective real quick.
But
Ladies,
I completely agree with Shara because it is a fact because we are not men. We couldn't tell them how to urinate and turn around.
I taught my son how to pee standing up. And he taught his brother how to pee standing up. We not know, but y'all probably taught your son sitting down.
We can't.
Let her. Yo, Charlie, listen. Charlie, this your final warning, or you getting off?
I'm done though.
Yeah, out of here, then, Charlie. You out. Peace.
If it's discipline, it's certain things that a man just can't teach. It's the power of the father and it's the power of the mother. Just point blank period. But that's why I said. Y'all can do a good job with a daughter, but not as well as the mom because there's certain things about the female you guys just don't know. Y'all can know and read, educate from that. But female-wise, there's certain things from our breast, from our cycle, from our mental, from how our emotions change. The men can't do that because y'all are physically men. But as far as giving them a certain nurturing,
we haven't experienced
fathers are good for that because as women, we need our father. And we can see that with Rumor, with myself. I don't know too much with Shaw's situation, but we are women that did not have our fathers in our lives always.
No, I didn't have it at all.
She said not at all.
She didn't have it at all.
It wasn't always. My dad was in and out. He was a military man, and he also had like alcoholism. So like mine was in and out.
Can we go back to the mental health thing?
Listen,
like please,
Charlie, listen. She just couldn't comprehend the conversation. She took everything personal.
I wasn't trying to say none of y'all don't support the black men that y'all with or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Y'all all got kids. Y'all all black women. I'm just saying when I mentioned it, nobody spoke on it. And what I'm saying is I wanted to bring awareness to it because that's something that's major, especially in our community. Y'all know this.
Yes, and I actually do agree because and it goes back to being a female and a man being a man and the things that men may go through. As females, we don't know everything that a man goes through, just like a man doesn't know everything a female goes through. Whether we try to explain it or not emotionally, they're not going to physically understand how we're feeling and what we're going through, same way as a female. And I feel like it is the light shed on mental health when it comes to men is very low because y'all are looked at as masculine and y'all supposed to be the providers.
The truth is this, ladies. Okay. Yeah, here's the truth. My bad. The thing is, a woman can't help the man with his mental health. He needs his father there. So your question that you posed was, well, what are you ladies doing to help men with their mental health? To truly, like, actually get help, let's just speak facts, the biology, right? Women, you're higher in estrogen. You have 17 times less testosterone than us. You are higher in trait neuroticism. Trait neuroticism means that you feel more negative emotions than a man. So per situation, you are more likely to have a negative experience per situation than a man. So with that being said, you're more emotional than a man, and the way that you look at the world is just not how the man looks at it. So how can a woman really help a man out with his mental health? She can't do it. She's not going to be able to do that. So if you're in a relationship with a man and he's having some mental health issues, now there's things that a woman can do just to be a woman, like as being feminine, being submissive and nurturing. But for him to actually get out of, because think about this, the reason why men have some mental issues, if we're just speaking about this, usually is because he's not satisfied in his position.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine Co-Producer. You can take any sample you find and flip it into infinite one-of-a
in his life. So the position he's at in his life, he's not satisfied. Think about it. Most mental issues that people have, it's like, dang, where I'm at in my life right now, I don't want to be here. I should be here, but I'm not there.
That's not always true.
That's always true.
It's not always true. This is coming from somebody that who goes through this shit on a daily. That's not
totally fine. True. When is it not ever true? Let's break it down. I'll have these conversations. Go ahead. Since you want to interrupt.
Damn near all the time.
Okay, give me an example. Give me an example where it's not true that the reason that you have some mental health issues is because you are unsatisfied with the current position you are at in your life.
I'm unsatisfied by the way I was treated as a kid.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with my current situation in life. It's more so trauma that I just carried on, that I didn't get healed because I didn't get no question. I didn't get no answers for my questions. Oh. So it has nothing to do with my current situation. I'm very happy with my current situation, but I got trauma that I couldn't.
You're proving my point, right?
How?
I'll explain how you're proving my point.
I'm very comfortable in my current situation.
Your current life situation. So that's we're speaking about mental health. So obviously your mental is current. So if currently right now you are not in a good mental place, is because you're unsatisfied where you're at in your life. And guess what? 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, you could have went to some trauma in your younger life. And guess what? You haven't overcame it currently in your life. So you're not satisfied in your position in your life as it is today. You can't disprove what I'm saying. It is a fact. Everything that anyone goes through mentally is because they're not satisfied in their life position, which means that if it's some things that happened in the past that you went through, you need to overcome that. You need to address those things immediately instead of running away from it. That's what you need to do. And then everything else when it comes to a man, because we're not speaking about women, we're speaking about men. Women, they live in a state of rumination. They live in that state. They're more likely to live in the state. Men live in it too, but women are more likely to live in a state of rumination where they're dwelling on negative thoughts. That's a women issue. Once again, you're not a man, you're a woman. So we're speaking about a man. This is why I said that you can't understand how the man works because your biology and your mindset is different, right? So for a man, there's not much that a woman can do to really help him overcome that. Like you can be who you are and be a woman. That's great. That's good for you being a woman. But if he's having some mental issues, well, really, he's gonna have to overcome that himself, or he needs a man to help him because we understand. You get what I'm saying? We understand. When Ease, or if I'm having an issue, I'll hit up Ease like, listen, man, instead of going to my mom or my girl, I hit up Ease like, yo, let's talk through this real quick. And guess what? He can give me a solution to my problem because he's been through it. Exactly through it. Another man's perspective because we can relate through it. You're a woman. You can't relate. The things that we worry about, the things that we stress about, the way we tend to be fixated on certain things is much differently than the things that your mental will go towards. You won't be thinking about the same things we are. You're just not. So you need a man, or the man just needs to overcome it itself, which takes a whole lot of time. But does that make sense?
Can you call my therapist and tell her that so she could tell me that in the next session?
Yeah, so what does therapists do? Therapists, they want to keep you coming back so they don't always give you the truth, right? So what therapists do is they speak to you. In this building, there's 7 therapist offices. Guess what? These therapist offices, guess who they come to sometimes for perspective? Yeah. They see the pot. They're like, and sometimes it's like a little triggering to them. Like, I see some of your things and you said this. Well, what do you mean by that? And they come to me for some understanding because they're like, wow, I can't believe that you're doing this. And people actually come to you and you do coaching and stuff like that.
I always believe, therapists, they are people, like, they're humans at the end of the day, so they need people to talk to just.
And not only that, when they speak to you, they don't speak from a solution base. They speak to you to just let you vent and get your emotions out. And sometimes girls think that that's solution based. Now, for the woman's mind, it's a little different. A woman, now, as far as therapy, women are okay with venting. This nigga don't come to me venting. He like, Cooley, I got this situation, man. Yo, how can I get out of this? Solution based. But your mindset is different. Sometimes for you to get like some type of happiness and some type of comfortability, just by you venting and getting it out will be okay. But that ain't men. That ain't men. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand the male experience because you're not a man. So if you like that clip and you want to watch.
Nah, I totally agree. And as you can see at the end, the women, they submitted and they changed their mind. They agree too. So, because no woman can raise a boy into a man. You can raise him into a boy, but you cannot raise him into a man. Any man that was raised by a single woman had to have figured out on his own, or some divine miracle, or like a woman who had like a stepdad or somebody that was they was close and they did the right thing. But straight up. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comments. If y'all agree, do y'all think women can raise men into men? Can raise boys into men, or do y'all think they can just raise boys? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitch, T-Wizzle TV, and Kick at T-Wizzle, and follow me on TikTok at T-Wizzle276. You feel me? So love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Alright? Thank you for watching.